Hi, my fellow Virgos. Welcome to your reading for November 2022. I know I am late, and I apologize, though I do believe things happen when they're meant to happen. So this is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, those intuitively guided to the channel. You may be in love with the Virgo, or, it doesn't have to mean romantically. You might just be checking on their energy. If that's the case, understand that there'll be messages for you too, because your spirit guides know, they know what you're looking for, the answers that you're seeking. So hopefully we can answer some of them today. I also want to give a shout out to, I have a few Virgos in my membership program, so a shout out to all you guys. And let's get started. We're going to use 4 different decks, guys. Of course, we're going to use our Mother Mary Oracle. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot for our clarifiers, or to go deeper. How deep can you go? How deep do you dare? We are going to use, and I'm sure many of you have already heard the story, but we're going to use this deck also. I don't have a name. I don't even know where it came from. It just showed up on my white bookcase right over there. And in a very prominent place, like where I couldn't, like I had to see him. So I walked away and well, that's weird, because I don't remember buying them. And there's no box, there's no book. Normally I'd keep the book at least, but nothing. And they were sitting right on the edge, like, pick me up. So I went back and I picked them up and I brought them into our readings for November. I don't think the first 2, because I think it was after Scorpio that when I found it. I'm not sure when I found this deck. So we're using it kind of like an oracle, where we'll just, I hate to say pull, because I want them to come out on their own, or unless I truly feel them. And then for your main spread, we're going to use the Good Tarot. Okay, let's stop talking so much and let's get into it. I've had people tell me that in here, you talk too much, Sandy. I'm like, oh. And you know what? When I am silent, I'm silent because I feel like I'm receiving messages, but I also feel like that's a time for your intuition to truly kick in during those silent periods. Okay. So hard for me to do your video this late. Maybe because I am a Virgo. I don't know. But it's like you're always on my mind. Virgo, you're always on my mind. Okay. Joy. Who just got this? Leo. I think. Joy. This reminds me of the 3 of Cups. So I have a feeling we'll see the 3 of Cups somewhere in our reading. But let's read what it says. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. By enjoying this moment, I'm giving thanks to God for my life. Thank you, God. All right. Let's bring in the unknown tarot until we know their name. I like using them this way, though, kind of like an oracle card. Everything's pre-shuffled, guys. Let's give it a cut. And give them a shuffle. A very large deck. Alright, first of all, we have an 8. To me, an 8 signifies some type of a new beginning. if you allow yourself. Let's read what it says. The need to move on. Seeking more from life than what you're experiencing. Seeking more from life than what you are experiencing. A spiritual quest. Choosing to make big life changes. A change in priorities. Or leaving home. Can be any of those. I think that's the 8 of Cups. The need to move on. Seeking more from life than what you are experiencing. A spiritual quest. I feel that with many of you. Many of you are on a spiritual quest. And I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm Virgo, but I feel like, you know, there's a lot of Virgo readers also. But there's a lot of Virgos in a spiritual, let's just say, realm of teaching and stuff like that. So that doesn't surprise me. Okay. Let's get into the good tarot. So this will be your main spread. Again, this is for November, but remember, time is fluid. I almost wish I didn't have to put a date on them, but if I didn't, I don't know. Like, at the same time, I got, you know, if people aren't watching, then it's senseless for me to do them, and I think that's why the date is, that's why I put the date there. Okay. I'm going to shuffle 3 cards. I was going to read off the deck, but at the last moment I feel like shuffling. Alright, first of all, we have the Knight of Pentacles, but it came in a reverse. Knight of Pentacles. With the Page of Swords also in reverse. I even checked my deck. Did I put my deck in reverse? Let me explain what I mean by that. You know, when I am getting ready to do a sign, I take time shuffling the decks. I think about you. I think about, you know, what's going on in the sky. I look at my cards and make sure they're all in the upright. I'm not someone who puts reversals in the deck. If they come out reversed, then, you know. Well, even sometimes I feel like, okay, that doesn't feel like it was meant to be reversed. But let's look at this. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles, listen, just because he's in reverse doesn't mean he's not coming. Knight of Pentacles is, I often feel like, guardian angel type energies is bringing some type of blessing into your world to really make a change. And listen, you know, maybe this 8 and this Knight of Pentacles are going hand in hand, right? Because first, maybe I need to start this energy to move into this energy. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, we can trust it. We just don't know the time, but can we move this energy faster? Yes. You know, it's interesting, when I first started doing tarot, I would be like, no, time is time, but that is not true. I feel like our energies and our perception and our optimism or pessimistic energy, whatever we are, is kind of determining what our future will be. So we have so much more power than we even know, right? It begins in the present moment. So I feel like this night's coming no matter what. And then the Page of Swords being in reverse. Could be some type of information, some type of communication. Maybe you've been waiting for. Maybe it just hasn't been the time. Or, I don't know, I'm picking up for someone that maybe who I'm waiting for the communication from. I need to stop waiting. With the 10 of Cups, but it's like this way. I'm going to put it in the upright, But I feel like it's kind of like a question. You know, or let me put it a different way. It's like, I want this 10 of Cups. This is what I want. 10 of Cups is a happy home. 10 of Cups is a loving home. Loving people in that home. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not flawed. We're all flawed. But this is, love is the answer. Certainly can talk about partnership, right? Starting a family, blended families. But in the same breath, I feel like if there's communication that I'm waiting for from another, listen, first of all, the 10 of Cups is here. So I feel like that means that it will exist. It can exist in your world. The Knight of Pentacles, right? Patience, allowing things to come to full fruition. Maybe in reverse, maybe it's moving sooner versus than later. But I still feel this page is, I want to say like a little bit of a block, because if I'm waiting for this communication, and because the page is in reverse, I feel like I don't get it, or I don't get it in the way that fulfills me. Well, I just have a feeling that's because there may be something better. It's hard to know that. It's hard to even say that when, you got your sights set on someone. But in the same breath, your integrity is everything. And if they can't live up to your integrity, bye-bye. Okay, anyways, let's keep going. Well, that didn't take long. Look at this. Interesting. Why am I saying it's interesting? Because I have one page in reverse and one page in the upright. And I don't know why I'm reading them as people. But that's what they feel like to me. It feels like here I'm waiting for someone to potentially communicate with me, call me, text me, whatever. You know what I mean? And listen, it doesn't have to be love, but it is next to the 10 of Cups. And over here I have a page in the upright. Well, this page would be much more of your mindset. And I kind of love that it's mirroring the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, I like that it's mirroring that. Could this simply mean that I'm giving the wrong person my time, my energy, and I'm not receiving it back? And your guide just saying, no, know that, right? This 8 of Cups. Sometimes I got to leave these hurtful situations in the past. But listen, this is not for nothing. Because, and listen, just realized I have a cut in my hand. Sometimes this difficult energy, right? Like if this is the energy of someone ghosting me, well, it's not going to happen twice. I mean, I may have taken it over and over with this person, but I feel like once I cut the ties to that, if it happens again with, let's say, the next person, I'll immediately cut the ties. It's like I learned from that. So sometimes we learn what we don't want. I like that the Knight of Pentacles is mirroring this page of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Swords. Could I possibly be blocking my own potential? Yes. It's 2 swords is a blindfold. There's something I don't want to see. I don't want to see it. Don't tell me that this person won't call me, Sandy. Well, I'm not saying they won't call you. But if they keep you sitting by the phone over and over and over again, do you want to take that call? That's the question. The blindfold, I feel like, is just being truthful with oneself. Listen, you do whatever you want to do, right? This is not about, like, I don't feel like tarot is to tell you what to do. It's showing you the potential energies, right? I can stay with this energy again, I'm looking at the Page of Swords in reverse, you know, and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and maybe get a call, and then a fight, and then wait and wait, and right. So where is the root of the problem? Well, don't hate me, but you. Why do I say that? I say that because of the blindfold. And it's not in a negative way. It just means that I feel like if I take this blindfold off, then, and I'm honest with myself, it allows me to move on. And I feel like that's what your reading is talking about, moving on, allowing yourself to have a brand new day, a brand new vision. Two of Swords. Not the biggest block in the tarot, but it can be a block. Coming into the Knight of Pentacles, well, now I know why it's taken so long. But look what follows. The Ten of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You know what I feel like? I feel like, first of all, I feel like who I'm speaking to, I feel like you have a lot of wisdom. I feel like you have a lot of creativity and abilities and all that. But I do feel like someone is stifling you. But in the same breath, I have to say that you're allowing it. And I only mean that to maybe shake you up just a little bit so that you can, listen, you know if it's true or not, right? You know if it's true or not. But I feel like, you know, I don't know. Let's just keep going. It's funny how my mind goes blank like that every once in a while. Like I'll be talking and then it just goes away. Eight of Swords. Wow. Ugh. Not happy about that. But it's an 8. So a potential new beginning. I definitely want a new beginning in this energy. This is where I have created a prison for myself. You know, listen, I feel like if it's weird that I'm even saying the word ghosted because, you know, I'm 62 and I feel like, you know, it's not my lingo. Because I just feel like someone's rude, not you, someone connected to you. I just feel rude, like they're rude. But yet I still feel at the same time like, why am I giving them this energy? You know, it's almost like, are you battling with yourself over this? Eight of Swords is self-created. So the only one who can uncreate it is you. I know where the root of the problem is, and it's that blindfold. Right? It's just something I don't want to be honest with. I don't want to face. And I get it, but I feel like facing it changes your life. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's interesting though because she's mirroring the Two of Swords. So some of you, it's like, you know, like literally your throat chakra is being blocked. You know, I can tell you this. I feel like if you analyze yourself, you've gained a lot of wisdom. You've learned so much. Your voice is important. I feel like your voice has kind of been shut down. Why? Right back to this too. But this can be a a fantastic learning experience. You know, why do I want to learn from it? Because I don't want to repeat it. Right? I want to close the door to it. Queen of Swords can be all up in her head. You share Mercury. I feel like it's you, to be honest. Doesn't matter the sign. You guys know, like, you know, I'll tell you what the sign is, but then I stop thinking, okay, it has to be an air sign. Think about why they're here. You know, she's under this Page of Pentacles, so, you know, it makes me feel like for a lot of you, your soul's intention, which I also feel is my own soul's intention, was to grow and learn within my spirituality, within your spirituality. I do feel like sometimes we can't really learn. How do I want to say this? If we don't face it. All of a sudden, I'm thinking for some of you, this could certainly talk about someone who is a karmic relationship. What does that mean? Well, to me, it means that, you know, we all have karma to pay. And what does karma mean? To me, it's like whatever I'm doing right now, I'm creating my karma. So if I'm working in the light, let's say, chances are more light will come my way. Karma is experiencing what you have done to others. Doesn't mean in that same lifetime. It can be a different lifetime. But really what karma is about is the lesson. Because you can clear this karma not just for this lifetime, but for lifetime after lifetime, generation after generation. You know, it's like, let's look at it this way. Let's say that you're a single mother and you're raising children, right? And your children, you know, because children know so much more than we think they know, right? But so let's just say it can be a daughter or a son is seeing you, like waiting, and the angst with that and the sadness with that, waiting for someone to respond to you in the way that you want, but it doesn't come. So I feel like what this is saying that is more than just myself. It's affecting more than just me. It could be affecting those around me. Also, I feel like because this gives you an opportunity to break that karmic tie. You break that karmic tie not just for yourself, but for your children and your grandchildren, right? And what does that mean? I feel like, let's just say a daughter, right? A daughter is watching a mother, and she's watching how the mother responds to love. And she sees that love is, you know, just has been hurting her over and over and over again. I feel like that daughter's going to grow up thinking, okay, well, love sucks, right? Automatically, love sucks. Can't trust men. But I feel like if I turned around and I made a clear line saying, a clear boundary saying, no, I don't accept that, you know, almost like I'm talking to my children saying, you know, if this type of energy happens to you, don't accept it. Have integrity. Like, know that you're worth so much more than what someone may be willing to give you. Don't become hard and cold. Become wise and gentle. Okay. With the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Like, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. You know, it's interesting because we're going from the 9, and then we do have the 10 of Cups here. And I feel like, you know, the Knight may be responsible for when and how something shows up. I do feel like I kind of want to let go of control. Right now I know my boundaries. Now I know. And I feel like literally that's all I have to know. And I feel like that blindfold comes off. And then I feel like this night turns around. And it becomes time. I feel like, you know, and I often feel the Knight of Pentacles is your guardian angel. So I love that it's coming with the page. And I just feel like it's saying there's someone else that is much more like you. Now, it doesn't mean we have to be like-minded individuals. You know, our opposites can be great energy. We can really learn from each other. But this, I feel like this is about someone who probably holds the same type of morals that you do, that type of information. I feel like, listen, I do feel like I may be talking to more single people. But that doesn't mean, you know, we still have the Ten of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And listen, maybe I'm ready for a relationship. But you do want it with the right person. I'm not saying whoever's in this reversal of the page can't turn around. But for some reason, I'm feeling like it's been a long time. Like, or it's something that just keeps happening. Okay. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. And let's go deeper. You know, that's why my readings are longer, because I just don't want to, you know, I could just leave it like this and be like, oh, look, you're going from the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. There's a partner coming. And skip all the lessons that won't serve you, right? Then I'm just giving you false hope. What I want to do is give you potentials. The potential of the Ten of Cups, the potential of the Ten of Pentacles. I know they're not miracles. I know it comes from our action, right? Our honesty. We have the Nine of Cups. Not sure if it was in reverse or not. We have the Fool. We have the Eight of Cups. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Wow. You know, something I think I was going to say earlier that is part of what left me is I felt early on that some of you, even though there's a Ten of Cups here, right? I may be in the wrong home. Now, it doesn't have to literally mean your home, but like, you know, what I think or thought was the Ten of Cups is not. Because you have the Eight of Cups above that, and we have the Eight of Cups here. So, you know, this is the clearing of the emotional house. I feel like you're clearing the energy of someone, you know, the Fool coming over this reversal of the page. Listen, it could certainly say a new start, right? Page, new beginning. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, and you know what I'm thinking is like, so again, my energy, unfortunately, is more focused on what I want that doesn't want me. That's a hard way of saying it, but it's not showing me what I need. And then I think this page may enter. I feel like if I haven't cleared this blindfold, then it's going to throw me in a tizzy. It's going to bring up all those old fears. I just left the Ten of Cups, what I thought would be the Ten of Cups. Nine of Swords is about unnecessary worry. And again, first of all, two nines are mirroring each other. The Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords. I feel like that's a choice, right? Nine of Cups, how can I be in a Nine of Cups if everything is going wrong in my life? Again, going back to Mother Mary, joy. Find those little things. Like the sun is out today, and it's beautiful out today, and we're in November. So, that's something. Okay, let's keep going. We'll come back, and if we need to look even closer, we have the Devil in reverse. Card of Capricorn. Some of you, it may be a Capricorn who, and I hate to say this because I'm also an earth sign, but boy, we can, we're capable of just cutting ties. And in good ways, but also in harsh ways. And I feel that for all earth signs. I feel earth signs, I don't want to say reserved. Anyway, so for some of you, this could be a Capricorn that I'm waiting for. It doesn't seem to be reaching out. But also, this is about an illusion of being tied to something or someone. It's an illusionary type energy. It's energy that you can say happens in the dark. Tied to something. Maybe I feel energetically like I'm meant to be with this person. But maybe not. I also want to say, just be careful that, if things aren't going your way, that you don't try to compensate by overindulging. And I'm only saying that because we have two Nines of Cups. Okay. Keep going. Look how he just wants to separate, which is fine. It's like, go ahead, take that Two of Swords away. We're okay with that. Alright, let's keep going. Whoa. Ooh, I see the Two Cups. Not time to pick it up yet, but I see it. Alright, we have the Two of Pentacles. I like that a lot. Why do I like that? It's sitting next to the Two of Swords. It's sitting under the Fool. And it's on a Pentacle card, the Two of Pentacles. Here, I feel like you're moving out of a fear-based mind into your logical mind. You're looking at anything and anybody, and anyone that wants to be in your world in the way of, will you expand my life or will you deplete my life? They call this the Juggler's card, but to me, it just feels like it's the movement from the fear-based mind into the logical mind. Hello, Ace of Swords. The Magician. And now, the Two of Cups. Interesting. Okay, I feel like I need to pull my chair in. I need to get into this. This is where most people would end their reading again, but this is where I feel like it's just starting to come alive. Okay, so let's look at this. First of all, we have a soulmate energy. A soulmate. Here, I feel like this is karmic. We have the Knight of Pentacles again, your guardian angel, bringing in a pentacle. Reversed or upright, it doesn't matter. It can speak of patience, right? It does speak of patience. But maybe it's time now, right? Especially with these eights. Maybe it's time to give yourself the new beginning. The Fool. new beginning. I'm not bringing my past into my future. At least the heaviness, right? I feel like you're learning from someone who has been difficult. But I also feel like you're moving away from that energy. And I feel like, and I keep saying pages, you know what I mean? Just to say people. I feel like, and this is a soulmate. You have the Ace of Swords. Now, let's look at this, because also the Fool, right? It's like, almost like, I don't even know if I'd pick up the phone and give this person like one last chance. I don't feel like I would. I feel like, you know, like enough is enough is enough. And I feel like, you know, like it's just not the life I want, right? I feel that, like it's just not the type of life I want. So that blindfold comes off, and I feel like as soon as that blindfold comes off, boom, you're moving out of the Eight of Cups energy. We have 2 Nine of Cups. Self. This is, you know, this is where you're learning to love yourself. You know your value. And if somebody doesn't know your value, then bye-bye. This is when this is when you're finding joy without anybody else. Right? You don't need someone else to bring you joy. It can bring you joy, but you can create your own joy. Nine of Cups is really about learning to love your life again. Even if things are difficult, look at it as, you know what? I'm going to look at this as a challenge that I am going to overcome. And I'm going to take it step by step. The first thing I'm going to do is eliminate anything that is working against me, anything that is not respecting me, doesn't value me. Why? Because I know that there is someone else out there who will and who can, and almost feels meant to be. Sometimes if I simply look at a relationship and I you know, with these nines, I reflect upon them, I can see the truth of it, right? Like if someone has treated me badly over and over and over again, that's their pattern. Like, you know, you don't want to get stuck in their pattern. That's their pattern. That's their problem. Your guides are saying there's more out there for you. The Magician, the Creator. You know, the Magician can simply say with the Fool here, listen, this has been a learning experience. Take what you have learned, put it in your tool bag, and let's get started on the next chapter. Let's get moving. Let's get excited. Let's see what's coming. Let's start at the Fool. Let's take it day by day. Let's get out of our fear-based mind, right? In the Nine of Swords, again, I feel like you're going to meet someone and those 9 swords may come back, but I feel like easily, I don't want to say easily, but I feel like much easier than before, you'll recognize those thoughts of what thoughts are due to how people treated me in the past and what thoughts are true. The Magician. Creating the world the way you want the world, at least your world, to be, to look. And then the Two of Cups. You know, I don't know how many times I said that this month, but it's like, I feel like some of us had to kiss a lot of frogs before we found our prince, or before we find our prince or our princess. Two of Cups. Okay, I think what I want to do is, I don't know why, but I'm going to do it. I want to go from this Two of Cups, because we have the Fool. which means this would be something that would be of a new nature. Though you're soul connected, that means your souls have known each other for eternity. This lifetime, you may not know that, but I have a feeling you'll figure that out. Oh, I wanted to keep that out. But I do want to use, you know what, let's use a different deck. Choose the Light Seers. Let's close that deck off. 2 cups. Eye to eye. I see you, you see me. You know, card of Pisces and the Princess of Cups is, and I'm saying that because I'm just seeing the fish, and it's like the fish is coming from the man's side over to the woman's side. So again, it can be, you know, unexpected, because that's what the Princess of Cups to me is, and the Knight of Cups is like unexpected. But yet here it is, right? Here it is. Seven of Wands. And the 3 of Swords. And actually, I'm not going to take them because I'm just not feeling them. I want to finish what I'm doing first. One more shuffle. There we go. We need a nice clean shuffle. Alright, and we'll see if they come back out. Alright, my chair keeps rolling away. 2 of Cups. Nine of Cups. Look at her. She's celebrating. She's like throwing all those cups up in the air. You know, it's interesting because you had 2 nines of cups. You had 2 9 of cups. And here we go again, another one. This can certainly be taking you from the 9 of Cups, which is singular energy, into a relationship. It's funny because it's like a treasure. There's like this treasure chest, and I don't know why I've never noticed it before. Queen of Pentacles. So, probably you, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This queen's eyes are closed. You know, it's interesting because she has branches growing out of her, probably her turban, her head. And I feel like it's just it's a sign of wisdom. It's a sign of all that ever was. You know, it's like, I don't know why, but I feel like this queen like carries the Akashic records. Maybe she can connect with them. But she's connecting to something. By the way, remember how the Knight of Pentacles said, you know, when the Knight of Pentacles shows up in your reading, it's a promise that that pentacle's coming in. And again, that pentacle can mean anything, but to me, it means something that can truly, truly take root in your life. It's like taking a seed and putting that seed in your garden. If I water it, if I nurture it, it's going to grow. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to blossom. It's going to be fragrant. But if I don't, right, if I just plant it and then let it be, it's probably just going to dry up and turn into dust. She's holding the pentacle that the Knight of Pentacles promised. Look at this, the Tower in reverse, matching the Two of Cups. You know, I'm looking at the Queen of Pentacles, and she's very chilled out here. She looks like she's meditating. You know, definitely these towers don't affect her. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna have a tower-free life from now on, but I feel like she has like this spiritual wisdom over these towers now. So the towers should not have the effect. And I feel like, you know, if we're paying attention to our energy, like what we're feeling, and that's what she's doing. Her eyes are closed. She's allowing herself to feel. You know what's right or wrong. You know, you're getting a lot of 9s. So for some of you, this may be the year to really reflect upon what's not working and what is working in your life. Almost like getting ready for 2023. We're in the year of the Lovers. I only got one more month to say that. But I feel like that also speaks of the clearing of the cobwebs. Again, like that Page of Swords that was in reverse. Like those who keep me hanging there. Who disrespect me. They're not thinking about like what they're doing to my heart. So I feel like there's a lot of clearing of that, and maybe it's so that you can be ready for when the Two of Cups truly shows, right? Because if I drag all the hardship and the pain, especially from people who like, you know, who one moment, like, I think we're in love, and the next minute you ghost me, like, I don't hear from you from 3 months. To me, that's the answer, right? That's the answer. But listen, it took many times for me to learn that. But I feel like this Queen is sitting in that position of being able to enjoy this Two of Cups for what it truly is, and not allowing anything in her past to darken this light. Well, there's the High Priestess right into the Two of Cups, so I feel like some of you are already feeling this. Some of you already feel this. And then look at this, the Hermit. Another card of Virgo. Coming right under the Nine of Cups, 2 9s. This is a different type of reflection versus the 9s we had before. Remember, we had the 9 of Swords. More of a fear-based, like, doom, 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 right? We know why, these towers, right? But we all go through them. We all have to learn how to overcome challenges. You know what I mean? Like, we have to learn how to overcome them. The Hermit. What did that say here? A spiritual quest. Well, that's certainly what the Hermit is on. A spiritual quest. Listen, I feel like, how could the Knight of Pentacles bring you in that pentacle if it was related to someone who has been hurting you? Because remember, this, to me, the Knight of Pentacles, at least at my table, is a guardian angel. So whatever my guardian angel is bringing in, it's something that it's going to feel like a blessing. And it is something that can grow. You know, we had the 10 of Pentacles. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is. It's about pentacles that have taken root, right? It's about, you know, the nurturing of my garden, right? I want my garden to be ripe. I want it to be plentiful. The Magician says, well, then start planting those seeds. But nonetheless, I feel some of you already feel this energy. The Hermit. I definitely feel many of you are on a spiritual quest. I mean, aren't we all? Maybe not. You know, because I think like a life path 8, they're truly here to master the material world. And if they want to bring spirituality into it, that's fine. But that is part of their goal is, you know, if you meet a life path 8, if they're, you know, in their optimum energy, it's usually someone who's doing very well. And if they're not understanding their own energy, their own power. Anyways. Could be a Virgo. I mean, I'm with a Virgo. But nonetheless, I feel like some of you definitely must feel this energy. I know some of you feel this energy. I don't know why I'm putting a question there. I already know that some of you are feeling it. You may not know why, right? But you're just this feeling of like, I just feel like something, like change is coming. Something's good. Well, if you feel that, then that's the time you want to really reflect back and be like, all right, so I feel like there's something good, some type of good change coming. What do I need to cut away? What fat do I need to cut away so that when this change comes, I can truly be in it, live it? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is that self-created prison coming directly right under the Queen, right next to the card of Virgo. However, the Hermit is illuminating this. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, though. King of Action, Passion. Seed planter. This is someone who walks their talk in the upright. Passionate, no doubt. And then look at this, the Ace of Cups. Virgo, I feel like you're falling out of love, and then I feel like you are really falling in love. I'm not even sure that Page of Swords is even love. Again, I'm using it as a person, but I do feel that. I feel like it's someone who's just, you know, again has, you know, put themselves before me, for sure. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. You can feel it. You can feel it. Queen of Pentacles is holding the pentacle that the Knight promised. I don't have to fear it. The Tower is in reverse. This could certainly talk about a relationship that really lasts the rest of your life. Unconditional love. Wow. Anything else I want to look at? I don't want to make your reading too long. We had the Seven of Wands, but the Seven of Wands came in reverse. Seven of Wands is normally the energy of feeling I need to defend myself. You know, like a lot of bullshit coming my way. And I got to fend it off. It's in reverse. I feel like I'm learning what's worth the battle and what's not. She's definitely rising above. She's rising above. And look at this. Wow. The Ace of Pentacles. So, your first card was the Knight of Pentacles. I know I keep saying that, but I want you to understand the synchronicities here, right? It's, even though it was in reverse, you know, I feel like it just wants you to be aware, like, who am I giving my time to? If I'm giving my time to someone who is not giving their time back in the right way, well, I've got to understand that then I can either stay in that energy or I can move on. And I know that's not easy, but I feel like your guides are like they have your back. You know, what feels like maybe hell turns out to be anything but. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. And look at that. I love that the roots of this ace are showing. Someone is not worth giving all the drama to. And if someone has you stuck in their drama, you know, it's just literally, you're looking at yourself, you're looking at your life, you're looking at people and the way they treat you, and, you know, and who gets to stay and who's got to go. You know, the Magician, you are the controller of your life. You are the seed planter. You keep getting these seeds. And then the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. And I love that the Tower is in reverse here. So it's almost saying, like, let go of the fear of love and instead learn to enjoy it. How? The present moment, right? Maybe I meet this person, who's ever in the Two Cups, my soulmate. I meet them. Clearly, you're going to feel them in a different way than you felt this last person, or maybe everyone in your life. But that Ten of Cups and that Ten of Pentacles, listen, I feel like for some of you, you had the Ten of Cups, and I feel like it's not the Ten of Cups any longer. You know what I mean? Like, it's been like almost like it should have came in reverse, but it didn't. And I feel like the reason why it didn't is because just because I didn't have the Ten of Cups with one person doesn't mean the Ten of Cups doesn't exist for me. And then you also have the Ten of Pentacles. And these Pentacles, these aces that are showing up are like, it's like, what's the word I want to use? It's like, oh God, why can't I think of the word? You know, like when you go to buy a car, you're putting down collateral. I don't know if that's the right word. Now, this Ace of Cups is coming over this King of Wands. I don't want you to think it has to be a fire sign. I just want you to think, or this is what I feel like you'll notice. Like, this is someone who walks their talk. This is someone who doesn't hold back their emotions, their passion for you. It's just not in their nature. I feel like, you know, let's say this person was the person of before. What they would have done is just caught up and broke up with you. I don't even know if they would have called up. I think they would have come over type of energy instead of just literally leaving you hanging. This is not that type of person. I'm glad I did the second reading. Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. The Hermit's illuminating the self-created prison for one reason, and it's so that you can see it. If you look at this card, she is looking at herself like, oh, is that what I'm doing? That's not what I want to do. You know, if life sucks right now, then I feel like these aces are the beginning of a new life. Create your life the way you want it to be. Set boundaries. right? If someone is not respecting you, don't waste your time. And I know it takes time for us to even learn that. But I do feel like that's what you're learning here. And I also feel like, you know, if anything, what your guides want you to know is, you know, if you're investing a lot of your time in someone who's not investing back with you, don't think that you're tied to that energy, because you're not. I feel like this is someone who will be your ever after. Now, there is free will, so, you know, we can't predict everything, right? We can't predict, but from what we're seeing, it's like your guides really wanted to show you what love should feel like and look like. And if it doesn't, it's not that you give, you know, let me make it clear, like, okay, so I start a relationship with this person in the Two of Cups. Again, we're still flawed, right? We're still flawed. And maybe because of my past, something that I automatically want to do is run, right? But this is saying don't run. Because these people should be able to work together to overcome any kind of towers that happens in their life. And I don't feel like it happens like to them in their love life, but even I feel like this is a very strong love. But let's, you know, it still has its ups and downs. But I feel like this is energy where, because I feel like it's for the rest of this lifetime. And again, you're soulmates, so you already know each other. And I feel like you're going to know that pretty quickly. And listen, maybe this will allow you to see the difference between a karmic and a soulmate. And I'm going to leave it there, though I am going to read joy. Joy to the world. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Where the heck is Jay? There we go. Mother Mary guides you to enjoy this moment and the next, regardless of what you're experiencing. As you cultivate the ability to find joy in the present, you pull to you more reasons to be joyful. In every situation, you have opportunities to find blessings. Your happiness inspires others to transform their own sorrows into bliss. Can I just say that I feel like that's talking a little bit, if we go back to the very beginning, where almost like children watching us and our reaction to how people treat us, and then that becomes part of their Eight of Swords type of energy. So keep that in consideration also, right? Think of the Empress, right? I'm loving, I'm nurturing, but I'm wise and I'm strong. Anyway, I just feel like that tied in there. All right. Your happiness inspires others to transform their own sorrow into bliss. You can resolve your current question and situation by choosing the path of joy. What would bring more of it to your heart and soul? Well, here it feels like love. Love of oneself. And that's why these Nine of Cups keep coming up, right? I got to learn to love me. How can I expect someone else to love me if I can't love me, right? And sometimes people treat us badly and we think it's a reflection on us. It's not a reflection on us. It's a reflection on them. And not everyone knows how to love you, right? But there are some who do. And this person does. And you them. All right, I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys. I'm sure we're over an hour. But I know you guys, I know Virgo doesn't mind, like, you know, for some of you, I know the longer the better. So I wanted to try to give you as clear of a reading as I could today. And again, thank you for your patience. those interested in a membership program, all the information is below. We are going to go live this Sunday for Tier 3 members. And that's where you can ask really anything you want. Like, I really don't put a limit on what you can ask. I don't even care how many times you ask, how many questions you ask. So that I'm going to shoot for that tomorrow too. Although I heard that it's going to rain, so I hope my internet's going to be fine. But I wanted to give a shout out to some of you because I know some of you are Virgo. Anyway, there's in the membership program, there's other tiers, you know. Tier 2 is special videos, plus I teach tarot as I'm reading. It's the only way I could really do it. You know, I try to do it like individually, but I feel like I have to do it through a spread. And every once in a while I'll do individual readings for those in Tier 2 and Tier 3. But that's hard. There's a lot of, you know. But I will do that. I just did that last week. And Tier 1 is simply a thank you, Sandy, for your work. It's $2.99, $2.99. So any of you who were on that, I thank you. I started it for you. And I personally love it now because I feel like it allows me to get even closer and closer and closer to you guys. So now, it does not affect my regular channel, though it is putting my videos a little bit behind, but it's not going to affect your readings. If you don't want to be a member, I promise you that. Also, I do want to talk about personal readings real quick, which is all that information is right below also, just the more detailed section, because a lot of people give readings as gifts for the holidays. And I love that. And you can handle that one or two ways. You can give someone the gift and then allow them to send me their questions, or we can try to have it for them by the holidays. Most people, like, you know, will do like a gift certificate and then like them to then ask the questions. But it's up to you. But what I want to say is you have got to get your name in soon. If it's a reading you want, or if it's a gift that you're giving, because it's going to start moving me into January, and I don't want you guys to have to wait that long. So anyway, just wanted to give you all that information. And then I think after the holidays, I'm going to take a break from personal readings for a while. Just a lot of different avenues, right? A lot of different avenues. So we'll see. Anyways, I love you guys. I loved your reading. I understand your reading. I feel like I've been through it. And I know some who are going through like that ghosting period with someone. So, you know, I know there's some special messages for you. Anyways, I love you. I'm going to stop talking. We are over an hour. Thank you for your patience. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.